Hello. Welcome back to the library den. Much prefer reading from in here with me and Light Fury. Hello. So we were reading Miss Seethe's Detention Rampage. Eating a hair. Now, if you remember yesterday, she was just dishing out detentions left, right and centre, wasn't she? And she just dished out a detention for a banana that could have had someone's eye out. Even having what Miss Seethe considered to be a stupid name. Yes, Mark, it does count as a stupid name. I've never heard of one stupider. But miss, I can't help it. That's the name my mum and dad gave me. Double detention. Miss. Triple detention. I won't say another thing. Quadruple detention. That's not fair. Quintuple detention. I think it's quintuple, miss. Quintuple detention. And for correcting me, you now have a sextuple detention. 6 detention. Offenders would all have to stay after school in Miss Seethe's classroom for an hour or 2, or 3, or sometimes even until dawn. It depended on whether you got her on a bad day or a very, very, very bad day. As a punishment, Seethe would set lines, which the wrongdoers would have to write out hundreds or thousands of times. I am sorry for blinking. It will never happen again. I must blow my nose more quietly in future. Look at all the lines. I am very sorry. I have one ear slightly longer than the other. I deeply regret stinking of cheese and onion crisps. I will not drop a biscuit crumb on the dining hall floor ever again. I must not ever, ever, ever smile on school premises. I come to school to be miserable. I sincerely apologise for being ginger. I will not do it again. I am deeply ashamed I was 1 second late for school. I will never again sing the school hymn slightly out of tune. I promise to comb my hair in the opposite direction in future. However, one particular afternoon, Miss Seethe was not able to give one measly detention. That is because a grand tea party was to be held in the school hall and every single pupil was invited. All 1,000 of them. Of course, all the teachers, dinner ladies and caretakers, they were there too. The party was in honour of Miss Seethe and her 50 glorious years as headmistress of Ryle High. Unlike Miss Seethe, who was hated, Miss Seethe was loved by everyone. She was like everybody's favourite grandmother, or great-grandmother, or great-great-grandmother. Miss Seethe was a lovely old dear, and the whole school wanted the party to be really special. Everyone had brought in something. There were cakes and jellies and pies and sandwiches galore. As you might expect from a tea party, there were cups of tea galore too. The only problem was there was no Miss Seethe. The headmistress was late for her own party. Extremely late. Miss Seethe had all the urgency of a tortoise. The 99-year-old was woken up in her office. She generally slept for most of the day by her most trusted ally, the school secretary, Miss Epoch. She was merely a slip of a girl at just 98. The elderly secretary trundled her boss down the long corridors in her wheelchair, stopping off at the toilet 17 times on the way. When Miss Seethe finally entered the hall, it was getting late, and the old dear had nodded off again. However, as soon as she rolled into the room and was met with a loud chorus of "Hooray!" she woke up again. Miss Epoch then steered the headmistress onto the stage for her to make her Golden Jubilee speech. I name this ship began Miss Stint in her sing-song voice. No, no, hissed the secretary. I do declare this library open. No, no, no. I thank you all for coming to celebrate my bronze, no, silver, no, golden, yes, my golden jubilee as headmistress of the school. Teachers, pupils, dinner ladies, caretaker, gardener, and everyone else present, who I have not the faintest idea of who you are, welcome. Everyone cheered. Hurrah! Everyone, except Miss Seethe, of course. The deputy head was loitering behind a trifle and slowly turning purple with rage. Believe it or not, continued Miss Stint, I am now 99 years old, nearly halfway through my life. Halfway? Barked Seethe. And I have been reflecting upon many things, as you might at such a remarkable landmark moment. Oh, get on with it, snarled the deputy head, stamping her walking stick on the floor. Thud. Should I continue as headmistress of Ryle High? Miss Seethe's ears pricked up. Or is it time for me to move to pastures new? Well, I feel today is the perfect day to make the announcement. The deputy head began to do something she hadn't done in a very, very long time. Smile. Her furious face came, well, happy. This was the moment for which Miss Seethe had waited the best part of half a century. The headmistress was about to announce her retirement, and as deputy head, the crown would be passed to her. Finally, she would be the top dog at Ryle High. But before Miss Stint could make the announcement, the old dear nodded off in mid-sentence. Her secretary, or rather nurse, Miss Epoch, stepped in. She woke Miss Stint up, as she always did, by gently slapping her boss around the face. Miss Stint woke up with a start. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Epoch. I don't know what I'd do without you. My great pleasure, headmistress, replied the secretary. Now, where was I? The announcement, bellowed Miss Seethe. Oh, yes, thank you, Miss Seethe, my trusted deputy and closest friend. Seethe nodded her head but said nothing. All she'd ever felt towards Miss Stint was a deep, dark resentment. Today is the perfect day to make the announcement that... Dum, dum, dum! There wasn't really a dum, dum, dum sound. I just added it to ramp up the tension. This I have done at no extra cost to you, the reader. I have decided to stay on as headmistress of Ryle High for another 50 years. Hooray! Everyone cheered. Wow. So we're going to leave it on that cliffhanger. 50 years she's staying on as headmistress. What is Miss Seethe going to make of that? Well, thank you for listening. I'm going to post this up a little bit earlier than I usually do because I think bedtime stories are getting later and later. My bedtime's getting later and later. Anyway, I hope that you are all well and I hope that you're all still listening. I'm going to be reading lots of stories, aren't I? And I'm going to continue, I think, because I like doing this. But we're still on the world's worst teachers because there's lots of good stories in here. But we'll see you tomorrow to see what Miss Seethe's reaction was to that news. So good night, everybody.